What up, YouTube? It's your boy, Detroit Love, with another video. Today we are on site at the Pop Plus Outworld Arcade, located above the Checker Bar, 124 Cadillac Square in Detroit, Michigan. 48226 is downtown. Man, this place is nice. Got all the old school games and pinballs. Takes a quarter. Let's check this place out. What's the best thing about this place? Is it the food, pizza, and burgers? Nope. The best thing about this place is it takes quarters. That's all you need, is a pocket full of quarters or a cup full of quarters, and you can play any game you want. Most of the games take a single quarter, except for the fancy pinball machines that may take 50 cents to $1 to get started. They have a pretty decent set of pinball machines to play. Like any arcade you come across today, you're going to have some with mechanical failures. Back to the Future and Independence Day were not working on this day, but all the other ones were working pretty good. Nice selection of fairly modern games. Now, I'll tell you, after playing virtual pinball, I can tell you this: it definitely has improved my gameplay for pinball. Now, there's some things about pinball other than they may not work, maintenance and all these things. Sometimes that ball will jump right over that paddle. You don't have that problem with digital or virtual pinball. But I can tell you, I definitely have been enjoying virtual pinball as well as real pinball. I'm loving it. While I enjoy the heck out of my virtual pinball machines, there's just no replacing the beauty of these mechanical devices, man. These things are absolutely works of art. Beautiful to view. I mean, if you can't appreciate the detail that goes into these tables, man, you are just barely alive. These things are awesome, the detail. Beautiful. Beautiful, man. I love it. So I've said this once, maybe more than once, and I'll continue to say it. I didn't grow up playing much pinball. I just didn't. I couldn't recall a particular table that I played at all as a child or teenager. If I came across any game or any pinball cabinet or table that I played in my youth, it would trigger no memory because it just wasn't that significant. It wasn't as significant as the arcade games was, because I just couldn't risk playing quarters and putting quarters into these machines because I wasn't very good and I didn't have the resources to try to get any better. Now, but I will say this. The one thing that always stuck with me over the years, and even when it happens today, and that even happened when I was here, when you pop that credit, when you match the last two digits of the score with what the machine shows at the end, and you get that, and you win that game. Oh man! Even today, like it was back then, when that happened, I'm elated. I'm excited. I'm like, this is the coolest thing, because you did not get that on any other game. That did not exist for anything else in the arcade room. That was uniquely pinball. You could win a whole game. How cool is that? That has stuck with me, and I love it even today. But these tables that are available today are nothing. I tell you, nothing of what I could have possibly played back then, back in the day. These things are multi-level, multi-layered, has DMD interactions where there's actually mini games that you have to watch the screen and actually even play things on the screen, use the flippers to control something on the screen. And so you have to always be on guard. Where's this ball doing? It's like the ball will disappear, and then you're looking for it, like, where is it? And you look at the screen, okay, you got to interact with the screen, and then you're interacting with the screen, and all of a sudden this ball shoots back out and it's coming at you, and if you're not careful, it goes straight down and out because you weren't paying attention. So when you're playing these games for the first time, there's a lot of surprises, a lot of elements of surprise, a lot of things that can throw you off. So you have to be on guard because you can miss points on the screen, you can miss points on the board. So there is nothing like these pinball machines that are made today. They're just incredible. Some are uber unique and uber crazy with all these bells and whistles, man. I mean, it's just outrageous. Others, are not so crazy, But these things are tons of fun to play. And that ball jumps up and hits glass, and jump over the bumpers, man. It's just crazy. It's crazy. See here, right here, they're playing a mini game. Now, I didn't get to play this game. My buddy Damon here was playing this, and he absolutely loved it. But all these things were catching him off surprise. Like, what the heck is happening? So, I'm loving pinball like I've never, ever loved pinball. I enjoy the virtual pinball here at home, but I definitely like getting out and playing pinball. The real deal. Yeah, so that's why I seeked out this place and found this place. I found it on YouTube and went down to check it out today and absolutely love this place. Just takes quarters, got a change machine, get you a handful of quarters, and you're off to the races. Most of the pinball machines the lowest ones were 50 cents, like Baywatch. Dirty Harry was 75 cents. Some were, $1. But I had tons of fun. Played these things way longer than I would have ever done if I wasn't playing virtual pinball.
So you need a 50. You need a 50 to get a 3 game. 10.
And they had a great selection of video games. They had all of the popular games that most people would have experience with. Arcade was very unique, and it was a location-based entertainment. And so you play what was available. So not everything was available to everybody. Some people played some very bizarre games because those were the only games that were near them. But most people would recognize these games that they had here. And a lot of the pinball tables that were here, a lot are not available even in the virtual world, or at least not as readily available. Stern Pinball still produces brand new pinball machines today. Like this Game of Thrones, and this particular place didn't have Stranger Things, but these new pinball machines, they make available with the Premium, Pro, and Limited Edition. And these tables, once that time frame goes with those limited editions, man, these things are not available, and even the virtual ones are pulled from offline, and you just can't find them. So, for some of these tables, if you want to play them, you do have to find a place nearby that has them. And these things don't come cheap. Several $1,000s to be able to get one of these tables. But definitely tons of fun to play. Now, I arrived here first before my buddy met up with me. Probably around 1 o'clock on a Friday. And you had a steady stream of people coming in to enjoy games, to enjoy drinks and food. It didn't really start to fill up until about, I would say, 3 o'clock. And then that's when the people started to really come in. By the time I left around 5 o'clock, 5:30, somewhere around the time, all the tables were packed with people, and everybody was just enjoying the atmosphere. It was much slower. I had much easier access to all of the games earlier, but as the night progressed and people started to show up, obviously you had to wait for certain tables or certain games. But everybody was friendly. The staff was friendly and courteous. The food was decent. It's bar food. They're known for the pizza. I didn't try the pizza. They said they're known for the burgers and the pizza. The burger was pretty decent. I had the checker burger with cheese and everything, and the shoestring fries, which they gave me plenty of them. Just had a draft beer, and just enjoyed myself, man. This was the first time playing the Game of Thrones table in person. I don't think I played it online. I think it was like an April Fool version where it would load, but you couldn't actually play it. But this thing is complex, man. That ball disappears under there. It is crazy table, man. Tons of detail. Come on. So I definitely recommend you looking in your, I was going to say yellow pages, shows my age. get on Google or your favorite search engine and look for a local arcade, man. Find one near you. Go check it out. Now, there's some places that have the cards. I even found out the other day because my kids are all grown now. I haven't been to a Chuck E. Cheese in a while, but Chuck E. Cheese even has those cards now. I can't stand those cards. I like to put quarters in my arcade machines and pinball machines. I despise the Dave & Buster's and their random number of credits needed to play a game, where you never know how much a game is going to cost, and you're always going to have something left on the card, so that you are compelled to come back and play again. And that's compelling you to come play for the wrong reasons. Is leaving credits on there to make you come back and put more money on it, because they're thinking about it from their standpoint. Versus if you create an environment where people enjoy coming and playing, they're going to come and play regardless. So this trickery where you pay for credits that you can't actually use is a horrible, horrible business plan. And I, just on principle, do not frequent places that do that on any type of regular basis, because it's just poor business in my view. It might be good business for you as the proprietor of that establishment, but I like to be able to come in. I don't care about credits, even though I prefer to put quarters in. But at least the tokens. I mean, I don't mind the tokens like Chuck E. Cheese used to do in the past, because you could still hold on to those tokens and come back and put them in and play, and you knew what this token's value was for any particular game, whether this machine took 1 token or 2 tokens or 4 tokens. It didn't matter, but you can take those tokens with you and bring them back anytime. But quarters is better, because if I take the quarters home, I can use the quarters for something else and not just for this pinball. So tokens and those cards are not the way to do it, in my view. I like this place, and I like any place that takes good old-fashioned quarters to allow you to play the game. So just allowing you to see some of the play. And I know it's not very exciting from this view, but I was having a ball. And just getting back in the habit of nudging this big giant machine is something that you have to get used to. If you're playing virtual pinball where you have buttons to nudge, you actually got to move these beasts to try and get that ball to go where you want it to go. And so I'm excited about, Arcade 1-Up getting into this market, because these pinball machines are definitely something that's going to catch on. People are definitely going to enjoy playing. And I tell you, when those balls are huge in these pinball machines. When they hit up against things, you feel it, you hear it, it bounce up and hit against the glass. I mean, all those things are part of the experience, and you just don't get that, even when they put these mechanics into the virtual pinball machines. To get it closer and closer to the feeling of a real pinball machine. It still is not that, but it still doesn't take away from the enjoyment that we are all getting with this virtual pinball. Who doesn't enjoy the sounds of the arcade?
One high score down on the record books. Wherever I go, the high score goes.
Oh, not very high. Playing around. Hit me off by a centimeter. High score. Donkey Kong. Oh, get my name up. Bro was in the house. There you go. Brooks is in the house. Well, can't have a day of arcade without some Gallagher. It's a little weird playing these authentic games after playing with different button layouts on my main boxes or modded boxes. And the buttons aren't always going to be in the same position. If you don't get it perfect, you're a buster. I don't make the rules. You don't get it perfect, you're a buster. Ah, come on. That wasn't on the agenda. Oh man, I just blew that. Luckily, the high score is nothing, so. But I'm just blasting away and not realize I'm killed my guys to pick me up. And then I get out. That's like double failure. I'm gonna have the high score, but it's nothing to be proud of. Oh my God. This is horrible. Now we got the challenging stage coming up. I'm not gonna have any double ship. I might as well just kill myself now. That's a buster. That's a buster score. Yeah, whatever. No, don't even want to let people know Brooks was here with this score. But I'm on top as always, baby. What? That's that.
Downtown Detroit, right above Checker Bar, is this arcade. On Thursday nights at 9 p.m. they have karaoke. So guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment below, and until next time, I'll see you on the web.